We are live. We're live.
It's alive.
So, so yeah. We went to a show this weekend.
Yeah.
Anyone else go to shows this weekend?
Was there any other? There was San Diego
There's
Comic.
lots of other shows. There's San Diego, and I do believe there's even another con as well. I think there's like 3 cons going on this weekend, depending on how far you want it to go.
Yeah.
So we went to a con and we talked to lots of people, and we even got new people, talked to new people, and one of those new people you guys get to meet soon.
Like the next time we're on soon.
Yeah. So, also on this Friday, well, this weekend, I'm trying to start getting some of those little interview reels out. I have a couple of them ready, so I'm gonna try to start trying to drop them out like 2 a week ish until I get caught up, and then we'll just go like as they come out. So, or I might even just go 1 a week, and then every Friday drop. That way, you guys got something to watch for the weekend. Not yet. We will go video live in a few minutes.
Yeah. We're trying to bite off distance nerding just a little bit because we love them.
Well, not just that. It gives y'all some time to get the funnel in. That way, we're not like talking the void.
Not talking to the void, not talking to the account I have on my phone to get the view.
Speaking of the void, does anyone know what the conversation in the void is this week?
No, I don't think so.
I think I might look that up real quick. Let's see who Graveyard's talking to. Yeah, later. I don't want to update. Let's see.
Sacramento Deadpool. I saw your reel for Sundial, and
I saw it as well. I saw most of it at least, and then I was at work, so I was like, I don't know if I should watch this over.
It was work friendly. It wasn't anything really inappropriate. It would just be watching another reel.
Yeah, I work with a bunch of people that act like they're 13-year-old boys.
Okay, well, there wasn't any nudity.
Yeah, but be a dude watching a dude in a bathtub around a bunch of 13-year-old boys.
He wasn't in the bathtub the entire time.
Don't matter. Every guy knows what that leads to.
But he was playing with rubber duckies. Well, I watched the whole thing several times because I shared it on pretty much every account that I could. So I helped spread the word.
Upcoming, he had Don Allen's tonight.
Don Allen's. Do we know who that is?
Conversation with special guest. It says some stuff in cursive, but it's so tiny it's hard for my poor little eyeballs to read.
Aww.
The horror. It kind of looks like he might have it. Yeah, I would have to look him up to know what he's in. I don't recognize that name off the top of my head. But yeah, Don Allen is who he's talking to this week.
Oh, it's 6:00. I think we should put the cameras on.
Oh. Give me 1 sec. One
Okay,
sec.
one sec.
I have some stuff to send you.
Ooh, to me?
Yes. Paste. Send. I just texted it to you. It's the link for Graveyard Show tonight.
Okay.
That way we can, at the end, we can always throw that in at some point. Ready? Set?
Yeah. 5, 4.
Hello.
Okay. I thought we were going to do a countdown, but okay. Fine. Here we are.
Well, the ready, set was the countdown. So,
That's the next countdown.
Ready, set, go is actually a countdown. Because, on your mark, set, go. On your mark, get ready, go. 3 words, 2 words, 1 word. It's a countdown of it.
Okay, fine.
Right, yeah, on your mark, get set, go. Yeah, it's 3. Yeah, it's a civil thing. Anyways, this week I'm trying something a little different. So you might see that this fellow's here, his nose sticks out a ways.
Yeah, that's a nose.
This up real quick. I sculpted this up real quick. Yesterday during Distance Nerding's podcast. Along with, I also sculpted Spawn pommel for like the cape and his belt, and Cassidy. I don't have a negative of it. That will come up later. But this, let me switch cameras. This clay here is actually a test for another thing.
Ooh, we're testing? Are we a test kitchen?
So, kind of. So what I'm doing is this guy with his overhang and his bulgy eyeball here. I'm testing on this because if this mold doesn't come out, oh well. I threw it together real quick. Oh, by the way, this is Billy. Billy is testing because I want to cast Willy, which yes is a Goonies reference. So I want to cast Willy, but I'd be kind of upset if Willy got damaged in the casting process because that would suck to not get a good mold out of it. Plus, now I lost my art piece. This guy, I don't really care. I just kind of quick sculpted some weird character. Has like one bulgy eye, buck teeth, and stuff.
Some texture.
So, what I think I want to try to use is Body Double, which is a silicone product. In order to do this, I will need to grab some ingredients off the back over here. Body Double is a smooth-on product, and they make different thicknesses. So pay attention to that because that will also determine how quick it cures, and that changes a lot. So this one is what one is this? I think this is like the medium one basically. I forget what the heck they call it. Silk. So they call this one Silk. It's Body Double Silk. I had another one that we tried casting her arm in, and that stuff set off in like 2 minutes. It was so quick to set off. So hard to work with. By the time you were done stirring it in the cup, you pretty pretty much had to like pour it onto whatever it was because you didn't have time to work with it. It kind of sucked. But I mean, there's time and place that could actually be useful. But for what I was doing, it kind of sucked. It was not the time nor the place when I was trying to do it. It rather sucked because it kept getting gloopy and weird. Because it's silicone, latex, all of them. Once they get to a certain kick, fiberglass too. Once they get to a certain kick point, just leave it alone. Resin. There's any time you have a liquid becoming a solid. Once it gets tacky and starts sticking to itself, and it doesn't want to work, just walk away. You're not going to make it better. You're only going to make it worse. So, my knee just popped. Ow. I'm going to let you do your first run through real quick while I get a couple items real quick here so that we get the silicone going.
Okay, so what we have coming up this weekend is Sat Geeks is partnered with NovaCon to help host their first Comic-Con in Brentwood. So it's going to be this Saturday at the Brentwood Community Park. There's going to be a bunch of cosplayers, voice actors. There's going to be a DJ. There's going to be raffles, cosplay contests, and a bunch of other stuff going on. Sat Geeks is going to be there. I'm going to probably be there with Sat Geeks. But I think it's just going to be me from our house because we have other things going on too. So that's what's happening in Brentwood. Now, also what's happening that same day in Redding, California is the Sundial Bridge Comic-Con, which someone in the chat is supposed to be a special guest there. How was Meadowlark? Meadowlark, if you want to find out how we thought about Meadowlark, you need to go and watch Distance Nerding's podcast from last night and watch our segment there and find out all of the deets there.
But it was good.
Yeah, it was good. You wonder who that could be that's in our chat that's a special guest. Well, if you don't know and other people don't want to know, you got to go over and check out the Sundial Bridge Comic-Con and find out who that was. And then the weekend after that, we have VerseCon here in Sacramento at the Scottish Rite Center.
Pokemon theme.
Yes, this time they're focused on Pokemon, which they're going to have Cosplay Dropouts is going to be hosting the Pokemon meetup. So if you guys have any type of Pokemon cosplays, there's going to be a meetup there that weekend. Check out the VerseCon Instagram to find out more details about that. And also, of course,
I won't have mine ready.
Oh,
I haven't started mine. I haven't even started mine. There ain't no way I'm getting it.
And also, they're partnered with Sat Geeks. So Sat Geeks will be there having a table. So I will be there for sure. And I think Jeff and Bruce will be there along with, I do believe Tater's going to be there. And some other volunteers that I roped into coming and helping out. And it's going to be a 2-day event. There's supposed to be a cosplay contest too, so we'll see how everything unfolds. Off the weekend after that, it's a busy month, August. We're traveling all the way up to Washington for Tri-Cities Powerhouse Comic-Con, hosted by none other than Distance Nerding. Otherwise, why else would we really be going all the way up there? But we like going
for all these lovely celebrities.
Yeah, for all the lovely celebrities. I can't remember everyone, but I do know the actress who played April in the last two live action Ninja Turtle movies from the 90s.
No.
She's gonna be there.
In the number 2 90s.
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles 2 back in the
90s.
90s.
She was in 2 and in the third one. So she was in the last 2 of the 3.
April was in the third one?
Yeah. She switched places with the Daijun-san's son. Because they were both holding the scepter in the beginning, and they switched places. That's why the turtles went back to go get April.
It was not that great of a movie. I tried not to remember too much of it.
I remembered it because I used to put it on for Bruce when he was littler.
So it's her fault we got this horrible freaking Back to the Future wannabe Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. I guess. She wasn't the writer.
But she's the one that went back in time.
Well, she was the one. Well, I mean.
There's also the Wonder Years kid.
Who was the one? Oh. No, he wasn't. I mean, I think he was from All in the Family, not Wonder Years.
Wonder Years. You're wrong.
Yes, Paige Turcrow. Easy Money. Yes, that's her name. I first forgetting it, and I don't have notes because I'm very bad at this. But yeah, August 16th and 17th at the Red London Hotel in Pasco, Washington. We will be out there. There's going to be also, obviously, guests. Toon Room's going to be hosting meetups and cosplay contests. So it's going to be a lot of fun there, too, to see all those different creations and going somewhere new. We have not been to Washington. Last time I went, I was 5 years old. So I'm sure a lot has changed. And that same weekend, if you can't go all the way to Washington but want to go to a big con, San Jose has Galaxy Con that same weekend. It's a 3-day event, so it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in San Jose. I know they're going to have a butt ton of celebrities there.
Which is the main reason anyone goes. That one. Huh? Which is the main reason people go to Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's an expensive con.
Oh, yeah.
That is not the budget-friendly con.
No. But, I mean, last time we went, I got to meet Ken Page before he ended up passing away, so.
Oh, we got Mankind's signature because he's the Boulder.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up getting Olivia signature because she is Marceline, the Vampire Queen.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jack Skeleton signature. That was the first time we got to meet the lovely Cora.
Yes.
Bennett Varhey.
And she took a picture of us and posted on her Instagram and tagged us. I still need to post that video of her from Easter.
At this point, I'll almost loop it around for next Easter.
Sure. So, yeah, that's that weekend. And then what do I have next? Oh! And I don't have it right here. The weekend after that, on the 23rd, Sat Geeks is holding again another Geek Market Night, but this time it's retro video game themed. So we're going to have, if most of our vendors have retro video games themed stuff, they're going to be having that, plus all their other normal things that they have going on too. And obviously cosplay is encouraged. So if you have any cosplays of retro video games or just any cosplay that you want to put on, you can go over there to the winery, hang out, and sip some wine and buy some merch.
You could drag Bruce there as Sonic.
True, I could. He might be bored, though, after a while.
Tell him to find the rings.
He'd entertain a lot of other vendors, I'm sure. And then to end the month of August, there will be SAC Anime Summer. 3 days of SAC Anime fun. There's going to be a lot of guests there as well. Obviously, I'm so bad at this that I didn't write down any of the guests. Wait, I think I have a flyer. The flyer might say something. Okay. There's going to be people from Five Nights at Freddy's, from Adventures of Bill and Mandy, from Arcane. I think I said that wrong. Chainsaw Man, Cowboy Bebop.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy, is that a comic book?
Anime.
Okay. I knew it was something. Critical Role of The Last of Us, Demon Slayer, Disney, Jensen Impact. I think I said that wrong. Kaiju number 8. Yeah, Jensen. Kaiju number 8. Jensen?
Yeah, Jensen Impact. Yeah.
Okay.
Another anime.
My Little Pony, Naruto. Okay, I'm going to still say this wrong.
Naruto.
Huh? Shut up.
Naruto.
Tamara Strong. Let's see, where's she from? Oh yeah, Tamara Strong. She's from My Little Pony. Thank you, Sack Deadpool. And voice actor.
Tara Strong is not just My Little Pony. Tara Strong is a lot of things.
Yeah, but they only have her listed in My Little Pony on this little flyer I have. Which I want to cross-reference if these Sonic voice actors are the same ones that are going to be at Powerhouse. Washington. So that will change up. That might determine if Bruce wants to go to Washington or not as well. What's going on also that same weekend at SAC Anime Summer is the Geek Fashion Show, where geeky designers come and make clothing, and they get lovely models just as moi. So we'll be walking and showing them off. We don't know which day, but it's going to be that weekend. What?
So here you go. Tara Strong, Fairly Odd Parents, Teen Titans Go, Powerpuff Girls, Boondocks, the cartoon series, Rugrats, Ben 10, Chowder, Little Mermaid 2, and the Loki series. And that's not even all our stuff.
You and Sacramento Deadpool basically are doing the same thing, except he typed it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And she's a what? She's a personal friend? What? Okay. What day are you going to SAC Anime Summer? So you can help us cut the line. And give her a distance nerding card so she can get on the show. Because you know I got him. And then does that wrap it? Yeah, and that wraps it up for this slide of what's happening for the month of August. Be edited when more things come up. So what you got going now, babe?
I need to mix the yellow goop with the blue goop.
Yellow goop and blue goop. Yellow and blue. What color do you get, boys and girls?
Mint. Legitly, it comes out like a mint color.
Okay, no cutting the line, but yeah, you definitely got to slip her a card. Keep this little guy handy.
So when you mix silicone, make sure you scrape the bottom of your cup and pull it towards the top, because you need to make sure you get everything mixed. Push the top towards the bottom, pull the bottom towards the top. And stir until you have a steady color. You should not see any swirl. What works really good is if you can get a third container. I do not seem to have at the moment.
Uh-oh. Do you need help?
Yeah. I know how to work.
Okay.
If you third container, you can kind of transfer it over to. It helps even out the mix typically. Also, I would recommend working over a mat or a plate or plastic or something that you don't care gets goopy, because this stuff will end up dripping and gooping somewhere on you. You can see it's already most of the way there, but there's like little spots of blue and yellow in there.
Oh, we can't see from the light, but I believe you. I've seen it before.
Let's see. That looks pretty good. Okay. So this is kind of an experiment. So my thought is I will just kind of goop it all over the top section here.
Goopy, goopy, goopy.
Nice thick. Let it run downward. The gravity is going to want to let it do that at first. Then I will, once it goops down, I will pull it across. Trying to connect the left and right together here. Pull it out onto that nose. Get some of this goop up here that's thicker. I will be honest, I am not 100% sure what I'm doing right now. We are learning together.
You don't know what you're doing? What? You always know what you're doing.
Sometimes you just gotta try things. I know that spot's really thin. Okay. And it is starting to get to that point where it peaks when I pull it. So with silicone, if you hit it and it peaks like that, or it makes little mountain points when you touch it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see the little mountain point there.
A little bit.
That means starting to cure. And you're like running out of time if it strings like that. But once it actually just like makes a little mountain point and doesn't really pull any off, doesn't string at all, you are done. You do not have any material to be working with anymore.
It's
also, if you pull it and it looks like toothpaste, like that kind of gritty look, again, you are done. It is, at least with the silicone, like this. If you pull it and it looks like toothpaste, like you wipe across and you get that grittiness. Try to get this not to glare out. You get kind of a grittiness across it when you touch it. You can't really see it there. You see it turn like that, where it's kind of gritty and pasty looking, kind of like a plaster almost. It's done. It's setting. You just leave it. So this is going to cure now for a little while. You're supposed to leave it for 24 hours. We'll see where it's at in a little bit here. I'm going to clean up real quick, and then we can work, or we can do some sticker slapping. Also know if you do get silicone on something, as long as it's not fabric, and it's like if it's a hard surface of any kind, just let it cure. If it's mixed already, like all this goop is here, just let it dry. It will peel back off as long as you're not doing it on silicone. So like if you do it on a cutting board or like a little kid's placemat, and you get globs on it, just let it cure. It'll peel right off.
Well, can you tell us again what you're using? What is that thing that looks gross?
This
that you have it on? No, your placemat thingy.
Oh, this is the dog mat. This is a very, very dirty dog mat, but it is a dog mat for like dog bowls. I like it because it has little lips, so that if I had like a container like this that fell over and it had a liquid in it and it ran off, it's gonna take quite a bit before it floods over the little lip and ruins my table. It might ruin my piece, but it's probably not gonna ruin my table. So, by the way, does anyone out there have any interest in going to a con in Oregon?
Show of hands in the chat, friends.
Would anyone like to go to a con in Oregon? Or better yet, would anyone like tickets for a con in Oregon?
Where at? It would be in Medford, Oregon, in the month of September.
Technically right outside, but technically right outside Medford, but still, more or less Medford. I found out one of my coworkers was in Medford as well.
When were they in Medford?
This weekend.
What were they doing there?
Softball or baseball.
Oh, so they didn't have time to come stop by then.
No. She was apparently why we kept seeing baseball people there is it was like the Nationals. For
Ooh, we could have been at the same hotel then.
No, I talked to her about that. She was at one of the ones over there by where we dropped what's his name at?
Oh, okay.
Van's boy.
Yeah.
She was over in one of those hotels over there by where Cabernet was saying.
Okay. So, Sacramento Deadpool, if you want to know some specific dates for the convention we're talking about in Oregon, let me pull out my handy dandy calendar. It would be the weekend of the 20th and 21st in Medford, Oregon. So if you would like to go, let us know. And that's plenty of time to request time off for work and whatnot. Probably have to figure out the boys, but unless you take them with you, you won't be able to make it.
I mean, well, we're going to have 3 of them, so whoever gets those would have 3.
Yeah.
All right. This thing.
What thing?
This thing?
I'm gone.
You're gone. We're all gone.
Ah! No.
That
okay.
Thing right.
It's time for sticker slap. The first sticker slap we have is from a cosplayer called Logical Dreamer. This cosplayer is based out of Medford, Oregon. So we see her every time we go to Meadowlark and Annie Metford. You can find her.
And she is also the starter of the Phil Chant.
Yes, she is the starter of the Phil Chant. And if you guys want to look her up, she is on Instagram under the same name, Logical Dreamer.
Put her right up in the top corner there. Okay.
The next one we have is Can't Quit Comics. This is another group that we met in Meadowlark. And babe, you want to tell us a little bit about them because you were talking to them?
I talked to them a lot, actually. So it's a pair of comic book artists. We actually just did an interview with them this weekend. So basically, they named their stuff Can't Quit because it's kind of one of those, like, if you name yourself Can't Quit Comics, no matter how bad you want to stop, you can't really because, well, you named yourself Can't Quit.
So it was a motivational drive thing.
Yeah. So they came out with the comic. It's two different artists. One's based out of San Jose, and the other one's based out of Washington.
Ooh.
And they made a comic together. And then they also both have their own independent art. I forget the name of the turtle, but the turtle from Godzilla. So the turtle from Godzilla, he had an old statue that he had sculpted of that turtle. So they do a lot of like kaijus, cars. They had some Ninja Turtle stuff there they had done. They had a lot of cool artwork there. Also, I was talking, one of the guy from San Jose is also does horror or haunted house down in the Bay Area. So I might be helping out with that some too.
Really?
Yes.
Like making props and whatnot, or?
Yeah. Plus, we might be able to get in free if we want to.
Take Aiden boy too. Thanks, Cam, for the info.
Okay, I got this one started. Okay, on to the next. Oh, not that one.
Okay, which?
That guy. Yeah, that fella. So this is a graffiti artist that he actually works in multiple mediums. He had everything. He had a really dope lionfish drawn out on a piece of cardboard that he just like sketched in with a ballpoint pen, and it looked really good. So his art, it kind of runs the gamut. Me and him had a long conversation about skateboarding because one of his art pieces was he had a skateboard that he had done up. He has a lot of interesting art, and he was a really interesting guy to talk to. And we did do one of the short interviews with him, so there will be a reel coming out with him as well. And also, hopefully soon he'll be coming on the show. So.
Yeah, we're just waiting for some people to respond back.
But he's aimed into it, and hopefully we can talk to him soon. But he had a really interesting booth. I talked to him for probably 30, 40 minutes afterwards. I talked to him so long, I actually forgot to get the B-reel. Did another interview and had to go back and get the B-reel because I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot to do all the B-reel. So.
Which is why sometimes I get B-reel.
Yeah. And just if you don't know what that means, B-reel is all like the exterior shots of a building, or in my case, it's all the person's artwork shots and the picture of their logo. So, kind of important things. Once you talk to an artist, you should be able to show their art.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going back to the other one.
Part of the classic rule: show, don't tell.
Yeah.
So, and then we have one more sticker here if I can get it up. Art.
This
is a group of comic book creators that also do individual images and stuff like that as well. But it's 3 different guys. They had a couple comic series. We did not get a chance to talk to them and do it. Oh, I talked to them a couple times, but we did not get a chance to do an interview with them. They just weren't feeling up to it. But they are possibly coming on the show, hopefully. But yeah, so it's On the Fly Comics, OTF Comics, and they had some really cool takes on some of their versions of other people's art. So like they had some really good Nightmare stuff.
Oh yeah, I loved their take on Nightmare.
Huh?
I loved their take on Nightmare.
Yeah, one of their artists did a lot of Tim Burton stuff. He had stuff like he had a picture where it had like the battle fight bars on the top, and it was Pee Wee Herman versus the Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow. And Pee Wee Herman is in his white shoes from the tequila dance on his tippy toes. But that is what we have this time for stickers. And we're actually starting to fill her in a little bit there.
It's starting to get full. Hi, I'm back.
So we're starting to get a little bit filled in there. It's starting to look better. So I really do like how the skeleton fit perfectly around the lock cylinder there. Like he goes right there around the lock cylinder. So he fit perfectly around that. That worked out real nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, how are you? You are still goopy. Okay, if you're still goopy, we will have to go. The foam clay.
Ooh, what are we doing? Foam clay.
First thing we're doing is we're aiming the camera off to this side. Off to this side. And sidetracking all that. And again, shout outs to everyone that gives us stickers. We always appreciate a good sticker for the box. Get rid of the ugliness that it has. The chemical cabinet that back there.
Okay.
So thank you for every all the artists that gave us the stickers for our chemical cabinet back there. And definitely go check out these people. If I talk to them and I pull them for this stuff, it's because it was I look a lot for, is this art, is what I'm looking at different from, like, nothing against them. 3D booths, 3D prints are great. I have 3D printers, they're great. Or a 3D printer and it's great. Even if it does need some adjustment. But there's a bajillion of them. And you'd have to do something really special for it to stand out. Where something, like a lot of the ones I did this time, I did a couple clay workers that did really interesting style stuff. I did, like the guy that we're going to be dropping this Friday.
Or next Wednesday, next week.
Well, no, he's coming on next week.
Yeah, you're saying
but
Friday.
We're dropping his short interview. The short interview we're dropping this Friday.
Oh, right.
When we're dropping this Friday, that artist he does sculpting, but he has a very like rat finkish, old school hot rod style sculptures that he does. So I look for stuff that's different. So what we are working on now is I am going to try to cast this out of foam clay.
So what is that?
A couple things. One, you want to stretch your clay so that you bring the last elasticity out of it. And then you want to press layers in. The first layer is going to be your detail layer. So you want as few seam lines as possible. So that, oh, got a little piece of clay in there. Ooh. Also, when you work with foam clay, wash your hands first. This stuff picks up every bit of grime you have on your hands.
So it's like a magic eraser for your hands.
Yeah. But then it puts it into your piece. That's no point. Yeah. So technically this takes 24 hours here. So but with an open back mold like this, we might get away with this. I think we actually probably won't, but I will pull this out tomorrow.
And we'll post it.
We'll take pictures of it, and we can post up pictures of it. But this is actually, like I said earlier, it's one of the cape pieces for Spawn. It's also his belt buckle. This logo piece has changed over the years slightly throughout the versions and stuff. It's kind of like the bat symbol. It variates. It's always there, but it variates. So, foam clay is a very interesting material. Remember, it will shrink a little bit on you when it cures. So as it dries, it does shrink. So this one. So what you want to do is you just want to get it nice and pressed in there so you get all the good detail and you can work out as much of the bubbles as possible by getting a nice coat on the bottom and as few layer laps as possible, pressing it in tight at the beginning. You'll get the best result for your detail and least amount of like little seam lines in it and stuff. For this particular one, if it did come out a little wonky and I had a seam line in, I could probably pull it off as a crack because it's like a chunk of metal that was forged in hell. So I could probably pull it off. But if you're doing something like, say, the pommel of a king's sword, that you don't want to. You can also cast out of the silicone molds of this stuff. Air foam clay is a cool product, but definitely make sure when you are done, you squeeze all the air out of your bag, fill it up nice and tight. We have that is a mold, and will probably take longer than we have left because we have about 15 minutes left here.
And Stark's comment about wanting to know when it's done, are you going to paint it?
I will be. So it being foam, you can do a couple things. One, you can sand it. So if you don't like something or you need to add more markings into it or whatever, you can use a Dremel. You can use a normal standard. I bought just the cheap stuff from, I think it was like Michael's or Joann's or something, or one of those pet stores.
One of the craft stores.
I think that one. Yeah, Michael's, or I think that one was Michael's. If I remember right. There are better ones out there. If you go to like, what is that? Foam Smith. Yeah, Foam. If you looked up Foam Smith online, they make a really nice product. I have another one back there that's a smaller Foam Forge. We got this stuff from Foam Forge here as well, and I was playing with this at one of the cons, air dry, and it's Foam Forge air dry clay. This stuff picks up all the detail. This is really good stuff. I have not opened this pouch because I am kind of saving it for when I need something that is like detail oriented and it needs to be on point. Like these are small call pieces. They're like, yeah, you want them to look decent, but same time, if they're not perfect, you can hide it in the paint job. Just kind of bury it in there. Versus something like if I did Goonies, the coin, the stone coin. Again, you can kind of hide some stuff in there on that, but I'm trying to think of something that would need to be detailed and not. You can really anything gold. Honestly, most things gold. It's gonna look like crap if you have weird seam lines in it. Also, if you're trying to make it into a smooth thing, it would look horrible. But yeah, you can press that stuff into molds. It comes out great. Honestly, let's see. Where's this little guy here? If I take this mold here, I'm just going to press a little piece of clay to kind of just do a demo here real quick. Oh, switch cameras too soon. Clicky. That one. So. Take this this is just kind of a random mold I had laying on the table still from last week. If I press that down in there where all the little teeth are in the bottom of that thing, and then I just peel it back up, you can see how well, maybe if I can, yeah, there you go. You can see the detail that got pushed into that thing. It took up every last one of those bumps. So. Let's see. If I turn that down a little, can I get it better? Maybe I turn it up some. Let's see. There you go. You can see all those. There you go. You can see all the bumps. It picked up every detail that was inside that mold. Every dot, every bump. And it does take about 24 hours to full cure, but you can usually work. Another thing that helps is if you have something like this, I'm going to go throw this in the freezer. Tomorrow I'll peel it out when I get home from work. And then it won't be fully cured at that point because putting it in the freezer will kind of inhibit it a little bit from curing. But what it will do is it'll make it a stiff enough product I can pull it out, and then I can let it sit in open form and cure the rest of the way, which will take roughly another 24 hours. So, what kind of paint? So, it's same thing that you'd use on normal EVA foam. You're gonna want to probably do something like what is that stuff? Plasti dip on there first, and then you can usually paint it with even something as simple as acrylic. The more flexible the paint, the longer it lasts. Is the main thing. Also, I might do it at some point, but depending on your color of base changes how your top colors will come out. So if you're doing something like a silver or a gold, you want a black base. But if you're doing something like a yellow, you want a white base. So depending on what your final color is on what kind of primer coat you'd want to use. Usually it's black, white, or gray are the main colors that you're going to be using for primers. But yeah, depending on what color you're doing, it can change it, because even like something like a royal blue, if you put a white under it, you're going to get you're going to get a lighter, more bright blue, versus if you put a black under it, you're going to get a darker, deeper blue. So your base color does affect it a lot, and at some point maybe we'll play with that and see. We'll just I'll shoot something with some primer, and then we'll paint different colors on them and see what it does. Experimentation is the best way to learn stuff. You just gotta get out there and try it. Which isn't a bad idea for an episode. We can play with color.
Mm.
But it is 51, so I think it is time
for the wrap up. Oh, you picked the wrong thing on.
No, I didn't hit the right one. It just did the wrong one.
Okay.
It got confused.
So, what we have going on the calendar for the month is this Saturday in Brentwood, California. It'll be the first NovaCon that's happening, and Sat Geeks is partnered with hosting it. So I will be out there supporting and checking it out. Maybe I'll report back I'll possibly be reporting on it on the download in the Geekend update on Distance Nerding the following Tuesday. Tell you guys how it all went. It's a free event in Brentwood. But if you don't feel like going to Brentwood, but you want to go to something else, there's also the Sundial Bridge Comic-Con in Redding, California. And that is also a one-day event on Saturday the 2nd. Again, we have someone in the chat that's a special guest. And if you haven't seen any of the stories, you won't know who I'm talking about. But it's supposed to be a fun event too. So you got options this weekend. And the weekend after that, there's really no option. You come to VerseCon. Come say hi to me. You dress like Pokemon and do the meetup with cosplay dropouts. And it'll be a lot of fun because it's a 2-day event. We're going to have a lot of Pokemon voice actors. We're going to have cosplay contest. The meetup, like I was saying. Sat Geeks is going to be there. We're going to have our own booth. And it's just going to be Pokemon like everywhere. So come on down. Even if you don't have a Pokemon cosplay, you can still cosplay in whatever you want and come on over. And the weekend after that, who wants to drive with us all the way to Washington for Powerhouse Comic-Con hosted by Colossus Girl? Or it's being put on by Colossus Girl, hosted by Distance Nerding. I don't know why I like seeing the name like that.
Cam, you're not that far away.
Yeah, Cam. Come hang out. We miss you. Come celebrate with us. Oh, yeah, no one knows why we really celebrating, but you can find out if you go. But that same weekend, if you don't want to go all the way to Washington, but still want to go to a con, San Jose has Galaxy Con. It's a 3-day event. It's in downtown San Jose, which is a lot of fun because it's right there by the Cesar Chavez Park.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fun little area. I've always liked hanging out there.
Yeah, just be warned. All the parking there is paid parking, so yes. Make sure you have some you have money set aside for that.
Yeah, you do. You need money for parking.
Then you can go walk down the street and there's a burrito shop. They're pretty yummy.
La Victoria.
Yeah.
If you're from San Jose, it's just La Vix, and everyone knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're pretty good. We had them last time we were on there. That. There's also a pretty dope bar down there called Johnny Cash's. But have cash on you because it is cash only.
Yeah. And then if you need breakfast in the morning, There's Southern Kitchen in San Jose on Monterey Road, and there's a Bite of Wyoming. I believe that's on Alum Rock Avenue.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that sounds right.
I remember it was in my side of town. I just don't remember the road.
I remember when we went to what was it? That other con and hung out with Ming. It wasn't that far from Allen or from the bakery.
Peter's Bakery?
Yeah.
Yeah. So also if you're there and you just want a quick donut on Allen Rock Avenue, Peter's Bakery. Mwah.
I don't know about quick, but
well, if you get there right when they open. But they're closed on Sundays. Just saying.
All right.
So then after that, the following weekend on Saturday, Sad Geeks has their retro video game market night, where it's all focused on retro video games, but it doesn't always have to be retro video games that people are selling stuff for. And you can come in cosplay, no matter what it is, have some wine, buy some stuff, and it would make for a great, interesting picture of whatever your retro video game cosplay is, sipping some wine. I just think it would be great. And I think I'm going to be there. So if you do that, I want to take lots of pictures of you. If you then come, it's free to come to the market. Only thing we ask when you come in is you scan the QR code so we can have a count of how many people come in. So it's free to come in. It's at Lucid Winery on our street.
Go quick. Can you show the link to Graveyard in the chat so that people can start finding that out? And while you do that,
because this is going to be a pain in the butt.
Okay, well, while you do that, if you see this lighter green color on here, that's the stuff that I recommend using, the silk. But this darker green color, that's that stuff I was talking about clears super fast. So pay attention to which one you're buying. I buy mine on Amazon. I buy the majority of my chemicals on Amazon. Which, by the way, anyone wants to sponsor me, I've moved on, or freaking someone that makes foam clay, or anyone, I would love it. I disappeared. Oh no. Oh my.
Oh no. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, on the 23rd at Lucid Winery, That Geeks is having their Pride Market night. So come over there and hang out and have some wine with me. And then close out the month again, like I was saying, there's going to be SAC Anime Summer, our lovely 3-day event. There's going to be tons of cosplayers, meetups, celebrities. It's going to be a blast, you guys. Seriously. And then also, let me get 1 second here. I'm trying to get up the link for Grave. I'm put the link for Grave right here in the chat so you can go over there. So that same weekend, it will be also the Geek Fashion Show with, not starring, but with yours truly. I'm going to be a model there, my 3rd time. Don't know who I'm modeling for, but I will be there.
Look who came out in one piece.
Ooh, so the molds came out good too?
Yeah, the mold looks great.
All right. So, guys, that is going to do it for the month of August events. Hopefully, I keep telling you, Starks, you're going to be in the show. You are going to be picked. I'm telling you.
No. Most people end up with at least like 2 or more people. So you'll get someone. Don't worry.
Yeah. If anything, if other people drop, you might end up modeling for 2 different designers because people drop. Honestly,
yeah, 2+.
It happens.
So, yeah.
Like people don't show up or something.
Yeah.
Or they can't because we had a situation where some were really, really late because they were coming over the mountain and they got stuck in the traffic. Quit saying hope. You're going to get in it. Okay? You're in. You just have to be assigned and as a designer. That's all it is being assigned to somebody. That's all it is. Once the month of August officially starts, there will be more conversations about it. Trust me.
Yeah. Bill says you'll be fine.
Who says?
Bill.
Bill. I thought he was Billy.
Yeah, Billy. Well, what does Billy short? Or what's short for Billy? Bill.
That's the grown-up nickname.
It's kind of like Jeffrey becomes Jeff. Joshua becomes Josh.
Yeah. My real name has too many nicknames.
So, all right. Well, go hang out with Graveyard.
Yeah,
Bye.
I put the link in the chat.
Yeah, go hang out with Graveyard. See you there.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. The clicky, and then the clicky, and then bye.